EJALWAYZ.
You already know.
Yeah.
Get into it. Here it go.
EJ.ALWAYZ and Wavegang radio, we talking about. Man on the street, Mr. Polo, we rocking out. Co-star, pretty money, yeah, you know the money pretty. In the smoker and why, yeah, I heard he run the city. Gang, gang, you already know what the squad do. Blood and everything, 2020, what we into. You already know the name, Monty, King Jigger. Get your watts up, ask around, I'm a mean spitter. Go get a flow spitter, pinch hitter, rim spinner. DJ Ladybug is the plug, keep it low tenor. Back on my intros, you all know the info. Just call me Monty on everything tenfold. Wavegang radio, we talking about anything BRC, we gon' air it out. Wavegang radio, we shouting out. Anybody coming with the drama, we gon' clear it out. Wavegang radio, we talking about anything BRC, we gon' air it out. Wavegang radio, we shouting out. Anybody coming with the drama, we gon' clear it out.
EJALWAYZ.
Well, I'll be damned. It's your Uncle EJ.ALWAYZ, your mother's brother and your grandmother's good-looking son, and your grandmother's good-looking son.
And it's the smoke of NY, NXL, Wavegang, Kill Switch Battle League. Y'all know what the fuck it is.
Damn it, what's good with you, T-Ball? What the hell is going on, Smoke? Like, I leave, I'm busy, I got things to do, and when I come back, it's always a little bit, like, I know they say, like, damn, every time you show up again, EJ and Wavegang radio, we don't see Pretty Money, and y'all come back with some shit. And it's like, I can't help that. Life happens.
Yeah.
And battle rap keep happening. Like, battle rap just keep happening. Keep happening, bro. Please tell me. Please tell me why today at around 11 o'clock I found that URL was attempting to sue RBE.
As I hear as well. Now, where do we begin?
Well, where do we begin? Well, from what I understand, the complaint for this case was filed in July of this year. And in actuality, URL is trying to sue RBE for the Daylight versus King Los battle. Isn't that crazy?
Can you sue someone for their battle? I mean, wait a minute. I'm mistaken. How could they sue them for their battle?
Well, the nature of the complaint, my friend, is that allegedly Rare Breed notoriously interfered with exclusive performance agreement between one Devon Campbell, an artist known as quote unquote Daylight, and the URL per performance agreement. That's what they're alleging, right? But what's particularly funny to me, before I even get into any of this type of paperwork type actions, Smoke, what's particularly funny to me is that the people who are so well known for, let's say, interfering with battles, blocking battles, are actually going to court to say that RBE interfered with them. That's crazy. What's going on, bro? I'm telling you, everything is not as it seems. Everything is not as it seems. See, what actually happens tomorrow, right, is there's actually a court hearing going on with Norbes versus URL, right? There's a court hearing tomorrow at 12:30 on December 14th, right? Okay, so in this court hearing, or in that case that we've been following on my channel, or following Wavegang Radio as well, URL is alleging that some of the information that that the defense is wanting in discovery would be detrimental to their business operations if given to, the courts for everyone to see, right? Meanwhile, this suit that they have against RBE is in July. And if you remember correctly, around the time of July, it was a time that one Dagoberto Velez walked across the screen while ARP was giving a blog. You remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then isn't it amazing that suddenly after that, there's a lawsuit filed against RBE?
So right when that happened is when this lawsuit started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Now here's what I learned about
Hmm.
URL's lawyers prior Cashman is that they're very well known in New York as some top ranked lawyers. And I'm seeing a particular game of chess play out here, Smoke. You know what I'm saying? And by that particular game of chess, there are certain things that, say when you're trying to prove an amount of assets that you have to a court, so to speak, right? That you may have to share out in a settlement or divvy up, so to speak. Well, if you've got to divide it, you want to have the least amount of assets as possible, right? So what URL is attempting to hide allegedly from Norbes and the defendant, or Norbes as a defendant, is their contractual agreement between them and Caffeine, because that's a lot more money than any of the money that they made throwing battles and events up until now, right? So they're wanting to redact certain information in the Norbes case in discovery, and the basis for that information is the lawsuit that they have against RBE. If that makes any sense to you, like we can't divulge any of this information for discovery for this Norbes case because we're involved in a lawsuit with RBE right now. And that would be detrimental for us both as plaintiffs for that case, defendants for this case, and for our
even if
business
that
model
started
as well.
afterwards, even if that proceeding started afterwards.
Well, here's the crazy thing about all of that. This is why the lawsuit that URL has against RBE almost seems like a smokescreen for some other shit, because Daylight was already contracted to battle King Los in 2018. Remember, URL got that battle blocked then, and King Los ended up battling Head Ice instead of battling Daylight. Right?
Wait a minute. So this is the second time that they were supposed to battle?
Yeah. Remember when Daylight battled? When King Los battled Head Ice.
Oh yeah. The second. Wait a minute. Right. Okay. So URL blocks the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one happens, and they start a lawsuit on that.
They started a lawsuit. Well, July is after the Max Out event happened. After that event happened, so they started it after that.
When Norbes, like you said, around when Norbes walking the screen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is just the first part of the broad brush strokes from just going over the contract and some of the paperwork that I'm looking at. This is not even getting into what the actual performance agreement is between Daylight and K-Shine that Daylight signed. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't know what type of contracts battlers are signing as far as multi-year contracts or 360 deals or whatever. But as far as a performance agreement, if anyone is telling them that they can't battle on another league because of this performance agreement, they're telling them wrong.
So unless it's specified.
Nah, just period point blank, they're telling them wrong. It's just a case of me telling you what the contract says as opposed to what you reading what the actual contract is. Right. But anyway, the reason why I say I feel like the lawsuit is a smokescreen because one, prior Cashman's reputation precedes themselves, and so lawyers generally don't take cases that they can't win, right? And so with everything that even the BRC knows as far as the battle rap rumors and what have you, as far as URL blocking battles or interfering with RBE or throwing events on the same day or throwing events in the same city on the same day to try to interfere with URL, it seems very funny that they're now trying to sue RBE for the things that they do all the time. You feel what I'm saying? It's almost like they know they can't win this case, but in their other case with Norbes, they can refer back to this case as being something that they're involved in litigation in. Therefore, they don't want to show certain documents or certain discovery in Norbes' case.
Well, that's still going to be dependent on the court.
Well, yeah, that's
That's
true.
more,
But I'm just saying, like,
no, I know what you're
there's a
saying. But I'm
saying,
just saying that that's more of a proposal. It's not like um a a law or something like that. It's not like
right. Well, it's
a
chess that they're
mandate.
playing. You know what I'm saying? They're playing chess. They're trying every avenue, every loophole of the law in order to wiggle their way out of what they owe Norbes. You know what I mean? It's nothing to have this little case going on where they know they have no chance of winning, unless it's something that I'm not reading in it. You know, just as a smokescreen for what they're really trying to avoid in the Norbes case, and that's the big money payout. That's the big money payout because when you think about even tit for tat, if URL can sue RBE for quote unquote for this right here, then then RBE could have been sued him a lot of times. He can start doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why else would they open this can of worms unless they were desperate?
Especially a lot of the times when think about what if they, if RB, we don't know if ARP got any evidence of that.
Well, here's the
There's
thing.
remember little things leaked like Hollow being paid to not battle somewhere else, which might not be
Facts.
illegal.
That's a money trail. That's the other documented cases of them on video saying what didn't occur or Hollow saying what didn't occur versus what did not. Just like you said, that's documented stuff.
Interesting. This is very interesting.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, prior
A lot
Cashman.
of this is setting the precedent for the future, though. I'll say this. A lot of this right now is setting the precedent for the future. You know that, right? It's just like,
Talk to me. What you mean?
I mean, like this right here are pivotal things on what will happen to battle rap in general.
Facts. It's big, bro. When did we do a show almost a year and a half ago with the whole wrestling thumbnail on it? And we was talking about battle rap is big business. You know what I'm saying? Now battle rap has to decide whether it's going to be a sport or whether it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, entertainment like wrestling with its own storylines that have been fixed. You know what I mean? Because now
As we've been seeing on Instagram, they're doing that.
Yep. And as you can see also, with the advent of caffeine and all of that, that it's becoming more and more about the entertainment, like you said, as opposed to actually being a sport, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at the court case itself, you know what I'm saying? There were basically a summons and a complaint, an exhibit which has basically Daylight's performance agreement, and a cease and desist that they sent Rare Breed. I guess it was filed in July 12th of 2021. But anyway, like this case, bro, even when you even look at it, when you even look at the motions, the judge denied the motions that prior Cashman did in this case as well. Like it's not even really leading anywhere. They don't even ask for a monetary thing. They ask the judge to basically grant them what he feels like that they should get. And the judge is like, one, the motion is denied, so this case, I guess, is going forward, but it looks weak as hell when you just look at the whole synopsis of it. It just looks weak as hell. It's not really, there's not any evidence that you can prove that ARP or Rare Breed knew about Daylight's performance agreement. And then when you break it down in the fact that Daylight, if you want to just base it on a verbal agreement, had already been contracted between RBE to battle King Los before, and that got blocked by by URL. The whole shit don't make any sense unless you tie it back to them not wanting to give up certain things in discovery with Norbes' case. But anyway, let's see here. Because I'm gonna go over some of it pretty fast though. Let me see. KOTD could sue URL. Well, it's crazy how like Sue Surf likes to give like the sports bars. It's crazy, like things like what's my man's name down in Houston? Who had one lady who came out and said that he the massage lady or whatever, the quarterback in Houston.
Damn.
Anyway, we had one lady, then like 20 ladies came out later trying to, sue him or what have you, right? Well, now you got URL who's been doing a little of this stuff allegedly in terms of business all these years. And now you've got several people who are now talking about taking legal action. See, it's big business. Like I told y'all, it's not just throwing talent shows anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's big business.
But then how far back are these guys gonna go for lawsuits, man? Like you got
Well, that's just the thing. You can go back as far as the statute of limitations for a lot of this stuff.
So we're about to see a lot of lawsuits there.
Right, if that's the case. Let me see. Let me make sure I get the right one. There we go. You see how big is it?
Yeah, I enlarge my screen.
Boom. Ultimate Rap League against Rare Breed Entertainment LLC. Ain't that crazy, bro? Anyway, plaintiff Ultimate Rap League through its legal counsel, Prior Cashman, told y'all about them guys. And for its complaint against defendant Rare Breed Entertainment, alleges as follows: nature of action, Rare Breed tortuous. I'm gonna mess that word up about 17 more times if I have to say it. Tortiously interfere with an exclusive performance agreement between Devon Campbell and artist known as Daylight and URL, the performance agreement. Rare Breed competes with URL in the entertainment business of showcasing rap artists. URL owns a premier rap battle platform. Rare Breed owns they petty, bro. Rare Breed owns a fledgling rap platform. You heard they call Rare Breed fledgling, bro.
No, what's
fledgling?
Well, fledgling. No, fledging. But what's fledgling?
No, that's FLEDGIN. That's fledgling.
Fledging.
Oh, fledging.
Yeah, you're saying fledgling.
Okay, my fault.
But it's fledging. But yeah.
Okay, my fault. Then I don't know what that word means.
Yeah, I have no idea. It just sound petty as hell, though.
Yeah, it
just sound like lawyer petty.
I misread it, but anyway.
Because first off, they're both rap battle platforms, but okay.
And I bro, I almost feel like they misspelled this word, bro. I'm really kind of concerned here now. I'm just anyway. Rare Breed knew about the performance agreement when it introduced Daylight to the breach that performance agreement by inducing Daylight to advertise for and perform at Rare Breed's Max Out 2 rap battle held on July 10th, 2021. The Max Out event. Rare Breed heavily advertised Daylight's performance at the Max Out event to materially increase the event's pay-per-view ticket sales and commercial value, and to materially decrease the value of Daylight's performance on URL's upcoming September 2021 event. So how in the fuck did RBE and them know about y'all's event in September?
Which is still 2-3 months.
2-3.
Yeah, you got August. No, with August is between. But yeah.
Bro, they filed this in July, my guy. The first Max Out was like in April or some shit like that, right?
But it says the Max Out event was July. It says it right there.
Okay, my fault. July 10th, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because we're only on Max. We just had Max Out 2, really.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. To decrease the value of day, but how would they even know about? And how is that going to decrease Daylight's performance? August, September. Stop it. Anyway, let's see here. Rare Breed's marketing of Daylight's participation at the Max Out event was successful. For example, the Max Out event was hyped by www.allhiphop.com. Damn, they kind of hating. One of the reasons why battle rap is so popular is because it highlights pure lyricism. This battle between top dog entertainment artist Daylight and former Bad Boy rapper, songwriter, producer King Los will be at Bar Fest. The two are supreme thinkers, wizard with words, and alchemists with the golden thoughts that fall from their brains. They are brilliant enough to come up with the things that they have never heard before, and clever enough to say them in a way that will entertain. This Daylight versus King Los will be a classic. So URL didn't like that shit. Sounds like some hate. But anyway, Rare Breed has also been soliciting other rappers and contractors to reveal URL's confidential proprietary information. That's a reach. That's a dot level reach. Rare Breed has importuned other rappers to disclose their confidential performance agreements with URL so that Rare Breed may contrive causes for those rappers to terminate their agreements with URL. Rare Breed has also ostensibly engaged Dagoberto Velez, street star Norbes, a former URL independent contractor, in an ostensible attempt to extract whatever proprietary URL information that Norbes claims to possess. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to stop right there, bro. Hold on. I got to look. Smoke. How in the hell can they say he claims to possess something, but that he's giving confidential information away? That don't even make any damn sense. Oh, he don't know nothing, but he's over there telling people what he don't know. Now we're upset about that, Your Honor. We're upset about that, Your Honor. You know, I'm telling you. Here we go, too, Smoke. Let's put this in this timeline, right? Remember when ARP did the blog in the park, and a certain Puerto Rican man of a girthy build, walked through the screen? Right? You remember that? 2 times through that blog. You know what I'm saying? Little Puerto Rican man, little tall. Well, I don't even know how tall Norbes is, but you know, a little chubby Puerto Rican man got up and walked across the screen. Right? All this shit all this happened all at the same time. URL saw Norbes in an ARP video, and it seems like they got shook, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Since then, have we seen anything RBE related with Norbes in it? Have we seen any event that Norbes has thrown with RBE or Norbes has been a part of? Has there been any announcement from RBE that they're working with Norbes or Norbes that he's working with RBE? Nope. But URL, here they are worried about the fact that their independent contractor may somehow give confidential information to another third party. That don't even make no fucking sense. Right? Think about what they're saying. You as an independent contractor, as an artist, you can't go perform one week, one place, and another week, another place. Like the contract is a performance agreement contract for services rendered for that day or for that event that they put on. As long as you don't have a conflict of interest with the other league or the other party, then what are we talking about? What interfere with? How'd you get interfered with?
It doesn't make sense.
How did you get interfered with? Okay, but I digressed. I shall keep reading, my friend. Let's see here. This is about the jurisdiction. The court has jurisdiction, blah, blah, blah. The Ultimate Rap League is a well-known and respected platform for up-and-coming rap artists to showcase their verbal dexterity in front of live audience and via skillfully produced videos, blah, blah, blah. Reverend Bleed is another platform for rap artists, which was founded in 2013. On or about April 26, URL entered into a performance agreement with Daylight. Under the agreement, Daylight agreed to perform in a rap battle, as well as make one pre or post appearance live and recorded the show, appear in any spinoffs thereof, and make at least 2 announcements on each of Daylight's social media platforms prior to the performance. A partially redacted copy of the performance agreement is attached hereto as Exhibit A. Included in the performance agreement is a non-compete clause which provides Daylight acknowledges, agrees, warrants, and represents that Daylight shall not render same or similar services as required to be performed in this agreement or otherwise participate in a so-called quote-unquote rap battle type competition for or in connection with any other third party unless expressly approved by URL in writing in URL sole unfettered discretion. Oh, I lost smoke. Hold on, my fault. So, but if y'all will notice, what you don't see is a timeline. You don't see a date for this particular entry in the performance agreement. That part isn't redacted, right? And then if you take the timeline where Daylight was going to be contracting with RBE to do a battle with King Los before, and ended up with, King Los ended up battling Head Ice. Daylight probably already got paid a deposit. He was already going to be under a verbal contract with RBE to perform services for them.
And RBE didn't even pursue a lawsuit against him.
You feel what I'm saying? But even at the same time, URL, you know, your contract can't be illegal, basically. You know what I'm saying, in terms of law. So if Daylight is even under a verbal agreement with someone else, you can't come along and say that he violated, or the company that he's in a verbal agreement with violated your contract. Your issue is with Daylight, not with RBE.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're URL, you don't want to have an issue with Daylight. That's a talent that you want to come battle back on your league. So you would look stupid as hell trying to sue them.
Yeah.
Well, I won't even say stupid, but you might sever a relationship trying to sue them in a way that kind of, you know, ARP and Verb kind of ended their issue, because, you know, going forward, they might need to work with each other. Here's number 17. Rare Breed was aware of the performance agreement. Despite knowledge of Daylight's contractual commitment to URL, Rare Breed sought to induce Daylight to break the performance agreement by performing at the Max Out event. Rare Breed deliberately attempted to interfere with and procure a breach of the performance agreement in order to materially increase the commercial appeal of the Max Out event and materially decrease the value of Daylight's performance at URL's upcoming September 2021 event. Rare Breed, here's the damn word again, tortiously interfered with the performance agreement by inducing Daylight to market the Max Out event. Not that Daylight would be marketing the Max Out event the same way that he would be marketing an event that he was in with URL in order to get the most participation for the event as possible. Daylight's doing that to his gain, not to URL's detriment. Right? Am I missing something, Smoke?
No.
And this, I guess they're saying he induced him. I guess that means I guess ARP gave Daylight a bag that made him say, "Yeah, I got to break my contract." I got.
But one thing I say within this, I guess that's into the defense. It's into the defense, right, to show that everything, you know, opposing this, because it's pretty obvious. But to the blind eye, obviously, if you don't know anything, if you don't know this industry and what's going on, you won't realize you know what I mean?
Hold on, let me get some shouts out. Shout out to Wing and the Breakdown crew in the building. Shout out to my boy Dave. Congratulations on the new baby. Got a new baby girl. I think she was like 6'1" or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Looks way better than her father. Shout out to you, Dave. Shout out to Mickey Fax in the building. Mickey, why they keep doing it to me? Why I always have to break down the craziest
Shout out
stuff?
Mickey, man. Last time I see Mickey was the pyramid. Salute Mickey, man.
Always breaking down the craziest stuff. Always. Oh, so if a contract and deposit was given to King Los in 2018 for the Daylight battle, that's what I was going to ask. What's the statute? I guess the statute depends on what state it's in, but the way URL is writing shit, you know what I mean? There's no dates in their contract. They're just talking about one particular battle, and when we throw the battle, there's nothing specific about it when you really break down that performance agreement, which is what I'm going to do probably on tomorrow. So I'm gonna catch up with y'all comments. I appreciate y'all coming through. Jay Breed, what's good? Dave, I already spoke to you. The T-Bull was in the building. Oh, Norbes leaving URL was a cover up. Well, we already been knew that part. Hollywood Dash, what's up in the building, bro? Girthy build is crazy. Let me see. Theory Truth in the building. What's good, man? Shout out to my guy Theory.
Shout out Theory,
Philly
man.
Green in the building. Dre Breed in the building.
Theory's on that Chilla Jones team. Facts. Salute Theory.
Fire. Shout out to Theory putting it down. But yeah, so when you get into the gist of it all, you go to number 20. They were basically saying that in addition to Daylight's performance to increase sales of its max out event, Rare Breed also endeavored to build buzz for its max out event by launching a YouTube video. That I told you, the petty and the hate is real, Smoke. Wait, you see this shit? I can't even read it yet. Hold on. Let me gather myself. Hold on, sir. In addition to marketing Daylight's performance to increase sales of its max out event, Rare Breed also endeavored to build buzz for its max out event by launching a YouTube video that conspicuously featured Norbes. This video led industry podcasters to declare that you cannot spell Norbes without RBE, a phrase that fans have taken to tweet. And they actually put the tweet in the goddamn. Who is the sensitive motherfucker writing these lawsuits over there at Prior Cashman? Who is telling them to put this shit in here? Y'all look, y'all look butthurt, bro. Come on, not like this, Smack. Come on, bro. Come on, Smack. Not like this, bro. Not like this. Oh my goodness. Rare Breed's apparent decision. Think about this, bro. Rare Breed's apparent decision to collaborate with Norbes starkly contrasts with its May 2020 public statements in which Adam Rodney Perry, ARP, if you didn't know, one of the members of Rare Breed unequivocally declared that Norbes was quote unquote not wanted at Rare Breed. Wait, hold on, I'm gonna keep going. Rare Breed reversed its position and quote unquote wanted Norbes only when Norbes purports to possess proprietary information by which Rare Breed might further unlawfully compete with URL. Now, boy, Dot is not the reach king anymore, bro. How did they surmise all that shit from a dude walking through with a goddamn cameo, bro? That was what, 15 seconds of a whole video? It wasn't even 15 seconds. It was probably like 4 seconds. Right? How's your independent contractor going to be giving confidential information to somebody? How does your independent contractor have confidential information about your business, sir? I'm gonna wait for y'all to catch up. I'm gonna wait for y'all to catch up. Oh, Blue Dream, it was a real thing. It was a real thing. Wait a minute. Okay. Shout out to Miss Wing. You know what that is for. Okay. Lots of things. You know, my wheels be turning at the same time. Some stuff ain't need to be said outside of my mouth. Anyway, my man, what's up, Mr. Creech? How you doing? Yo, y'all are playing a nice game of chess here, my bro. You know what I'm saying? Between Prior Cancer and you guys, I'm loving what I'm seeing, but it's like I'm reading in 2-dimensional documents, but man, it's crazy. It's the best soap opera I've had all year. This smoke screen bullshit that URL is doing is like the bully trying to sue the victim after he beats him up. You know what I'm saying? URL has constantly pressed RBE. You know what I'm saying? Their events, their battlers, pressing battles that if they battle over on that league that they can't come over there, or if you do good on Rare Breed, then it's time to quote unquote come home. But they filed this lawsuit. It don't even make any sense, bro. Rare Breed has also attempted to convince other performers with whom URL has exclusive confidential performance agreements to disclose those performance agreements to Rare Breed for the purpose of contriving excuses to terminate those agreements. Okay, let me explain something to y'all. If someone is in control of a situation and they're terming you getting out of an agreement and how you get out of an agreement as an excuse, right? People in law don't call those things excuses. They call those things loopholes, right? And when you have good lawyers, they find loopholes in contracts. That's what they do, right? But these contracts This performance agreement contract is so simple, right? I didn't go to law school. I did about a hot about a hot couple of weeks in business law before Uncle Sam said, you know what, I'll give you some more money if you do this. Right. So reading this performance contract, I know why Daylight was like, man, whatever, I'm finna get this bread with RBE, because what y'all talking about, y'all can't enforce. Y'all can't enforce this. And if more battle rappers realize that according to this contract that URL can't enforce this, y'all would do different. Y'all would do different. Even the top tiers, y'all would do different. Let me see. On June 28, 2021, URL sent a cease and desist letter to Rare Breed. The cease and desist letter requested that Rare Breed retract any outstanding proposition to Daylight to perform at the Max Out event and cease communicating with Daylight concerning performing for Rare Breed unless and until Daylight is no longer party to an exclusive performance agreement with URL. You see how they put exclusive performance agreement with URL? But again, when you pull up the document, it's not an exclusive performance agreement. It's just a performance agreement. The cease and desist letter also requested that Rare Breed refrain from suggesting, pressuring, or otherwise communicating with any other battle rap performers that RBE knows or has reason to suspect are currently in contract with URL to perform at an upcoming URL event. And another thing that I didn't say about part 22, when he said Rare Breed was basically trying to convince rappers how to have excuses to terminate their contract. Basically, they're showing them how someone can't hold your feet to the fire unless they really have leverage to do so, right? Someone telling you what's in your contract as opposed to you reading what's in your contract and actually understanding what your contract says, right, is a whole lot different. That's two different balls of wax entirely. And as an artist, it's a conflict of interest for the person that's paying you to tell you what's in your contract with them. That's your job. You have to be responsible for that. And if you don't, someone's going to take advantage of you. Someone's going to take advantage of you. And currently they are. You see how loud I got right there? They are. Yeah, bro. Y'all got. Anyway, let me keep going. Cease and desist letter, blah blah blah. Further requested that Rare Breed confirm its intention to respect URL's performance agreement with Daylight by no later than June 11, 2021. Rare Breed never responded to the cease and desist letter. Instead, Rare Breed had Daylight perform at the Max Out on July 10th, 2021 event. So, okay, so is this like basically like a big pissing match about that RBE got some pub for what they did? Besides the fact that y'all don't want a lot of this stuff to come out of Discovery, so this old bullshit is like, well, we going through this over here, so we can't show y'all all the others. This is some mess, bro. It's hot garbage. 100%, as Norbes would say, 100%. Smoke, what happened to you, bro?
Yeah.
Let me see here. Now you're all trying to get their money back before Norbes gets it. Well, you know, I'm not a legal expert like Mr. Creech. You saw that plug, Mr. Creech. I'm not a legal expert like him, but it's kind of like, to me, as I understand it, like a divorce. You know, the person who's got the most to lose is trying to hide assets. So when it comes time to divvy up those assets, there's less of yours that you have to give up. And this, well, we don't want to show this in Discovery because this divulge business secrets and confidentiality agreements that might, reflect on our business, blah, 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 is a bunch of BS, because ultimately that unjust enrichment that is going forth as one of the charges, one of the, I can't think of the name, but one of the items that's going forth in the lawsuit against URL is the biggest factor, right? Because when the court looks at it all and says, hey, you guys made a tremendous amount of money off of someone's effort, but you didn't pay them accordingly. Fuck ownership. It's a bigger thing going on here, right? And if y'all are saying that Norbes isn't an owner, how the hell could he have all this confidential information that could somehow help RBE? I'm confused because somebody would have to be galactically stupid to give your contractor that works for you your company secrets. Somebody help me. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Can I get an amen? I don't even know what's going on. Like the fact that they would sue for this thing that is so trivial. You know what I'm saying? This thing that is so trivial. This is the thing that y'all want to ultimately sue for, right? Y'all done had a whole year and a half of damn events with caffeine, with money that y'all ain't even had to come up with because it was caffeine's budget and y'all just had to adhere to that budget. And y'all hating on the little old RBE and their fledging platform.
Fledging.
Y'all doing a bunch of double talk, bro.
We're gonna have to Google fledging today.
I need somebody, if someone will please put in this chat what fledging is. Mr. Creech, please tell me what they meant by that. Did they misspell a word, or am I not adept at learning what the hell what that says or what that means? Jay Breeze said, if you don't want your league on, it's all in your battles, doing this shit all day, then come to death row. I'm just saying, bro. All this over one battle, Dave. All the innuendo and rumors, and as the ladies would say, the tea spilt about URL blocking battles, interfering with RBE, throwing events in the same city on the same day. And y'all have the nerve to sue for somebody interfering with y'all? And you don't even have there's not even a clear interference. You can't prove that RBE knew about your performance agreement with Daylight. Y'all stop yourselves. But I'm not a judge. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I might be wrong about this.
I mean,
What made this come out now?
Yo, I don't even want to say it, but didn't Ill Will battle back to back on caffeine and then on RBE?
Let's see.
I believe he did, bro. Like, I'm talking about back to back. I think it was like next weekend type thing.
That's the word. I'm fledging. What the?
If I'm not mistaken, though, I do remember Ill Will doing both.
I remember something to that effect too. I do remember them trying to have an issue with it too at first, but you know, fledging. Okay, Hollywood dropped the definition of fledging. Hold on. Wow. See, we knew. See, hey, shout out to Miss Vaughn, my fourth grade teacher, who gave me, context clues is what we learned when I was coming up. I'm a 70s baby. You know what I'm saying? You had to use a context clue, but I said it sounded petty. Whatever the hell it was, it sounded petty. Were we right, Smoke?
It did. Why isn't this prison? Wow.
It's spelled fledgling, though. See, I thought I was right. Come on now.
I'm not gonna lie, you
They misspelled that word.
Horrible lawyer. Horrible lawyer.
But hey, that's how y'all get down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like the misspelling of words in court documents. Y'all do.
You feel like if he said that in the court, he would have his arms crossed, like he was upset with his name.
Hey, but you know what? That does go to your theory, Smoke, that maybe somehow Smack is a genius playing stupid, and he actually did these court documents, but he misspelled one word. Yo, Shun, how you spell fledgling, Shun? Yo, Shun, I'm looking for a word right here that means like immature, Shun. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to say immature, Shun. You know what I'm saying? This performance agreement is a valid contract. URL repeats and URL repeats and re-alleges the allegations contained in the foregoing paragraphs as if fully set forth therein. The performance agreement is a valid contract. Rare Breed had knowledge of the performance agreement. Rare Breed intentionally procured the breach of the performance agreement by surreptitiously soliciting Daylight to market and perform at Rare Breed's Maxed Out event and blah blah blah, bro. Basically, bro, when I got sent this, I was flattered that I got sent this, but I was like, this is bullshit. Like, what I thought. I was like, this is bullshit. Like dumpster juice.
Extremely petty, bro.
It's like dumpster
The
juice.
whole, the
Okay,
whole, like,
Dave said it might be used either way, but Dave just had a baby a couple days ago, so he might be delirious.
hmm,
Dave might not been getting getting too much sleep. Mega Bill said they might got brother polite lawyer. Oh my goodness, that saga still continues. High level ignorance. But you know what? If that was the case, it never would have got filed. It never would have got filed. I am, bro. Tomorrow, because it's 12:30 now, 1:30 New York time. Tomorrow, I'm going to get into this performance agreement. Because what's surprisingly goofy to me, Smoke.
yeah,
If you're talking all this confidentiality stuff, all this competitive stuff, all this agreements, and um, you know, people being able to take over your business model or what have you, right here in this bullshit lawsuit that you filed against ARP, you have a performance agreement between two top tier artists, right? And so now that this is a public document, anybody can take this public document and break down how you do business with these top tier artists. Now all they have to do is simply beat what you're doing, right? Or show these battlers the error of their ways, or how they can get out of these bullshit contracts that really don't hold any leverage in law. But of course, somebody will tell you it does because it's on black and white, and you signed it, and it looks, you know, it looks. I mean, it's legal, but like I said, they hire lawyers to find loopholes, as as Prior Cashin would say, excuses.
mm,
No, it's not as simple as them being bored, Dave. They filed this other case with Norbes that they're fighting. They don't want to give up certain parts of discovery based on quote unquote well, let me not say quote unquote, but based on it giving up business confidentiality things of that and things of that nature. So this to me seems like a veiled attempt to be like, okay, well, this is what we're involved in, and the reason why we can't give court documents because it would interfere with this mess right here. It's either that or an extreme case of petty, an extreme case of petty. Because all I can hear is URL was hating on the fact that they got wrote up in on that website. You know what I'm saying? It was a great write up, and they were saying that there was a classic. You know what I mean? I don't even understand the nature of this bullshit, but I do know, like I said, the drawback of it is that now EJ Page has the documents. You know what I'm saying? That have these artists, some of these artists are signing, and I get to break that down and show what's really going on with that. What's up with it, Miss VA in the building?
good.
But bro, some of the stuff that's in the performance agreement though, these dudes really only have right to their words, but they don't have rights to their likenesses or any of that or anything that they perform unless written consent from URL.
Mm.
Unless you have written consent from URL. And really, what is your words without the performance to go with them? You can't showcase somebody and say, "Yo, look what I rapped to this nigga. It was cold."
Mm.
You ever send a league onto your bars and be like, "Yo, let me show you how nice I am." Smoke. You got to send
That's
that man some footage.
boy. I seen a couple of those comments. I got to
Capital
go
K.
back.
Say it with your chest, my guy. +1. I've been talking all day since noon about this, and I said the agreement is between Daylight and URL. If anyone breached the contract allegedly, it would be between them two. RBE has nothing to do with it. You feel what I'm saying? But if URL does something like sue a battle rapper, they know Daylight is never performing on that league again.
Now, can I say something?
Sure.
Being that Daylight did battle, I mean, no, did uh not do the RBE battle with King Los the first time.
Hmm.
can RBE bring that into into the case right now?
I mean, I would believe so. In defense of yourself, you can say, well, I had contracted Daylight in 2018 and he hadn't completed that contract.
And can the Ill Will thing too? Because Ill Will, I'm telling you, there's a couple rappers who, like, I'm telling you, if I'm not mistaken, man, they were on both cars. They were on, like, if I'm not, I was thinking it was around the time Ill Will battled like Danny Myers and things like that. I remember that.
Oh, I remember it, and it was more than one of those cards that fell through. I heard you. One of those battles that fell through.
Because remember, we were like, the battle rap community was like, yo, well, they're not booking Chef Trez anymore, but they're still booking Ill Will, and he was he was on both. He was on RBE, and remember when he battled Calico, even he was still on URL, but he was in and out of both.
Mm-hmm.
Until he even in a recent interview said that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? They stopped, they pretty much haven't spoke to him in a while, I guess.
Yeah, bro, this it's crazy. Like think about it. It was all friendly when KOTD was helping URL by funding some of their events. Wasn't it friendly back then, Smoke? You know what I'm saying?
I don't, yo, it's crazy. I don't.
Hey, Smoke, I'm telling you. I'm telling you that check has been written before. You feel what I'm saying? That check has been written before, but now they'll tell you that they're the most respected.
Yes.
Right? They're the most respected. Right? But when they started this out, they needed help. They needed help when they started this thing out, bro. But let them tell it.
It was, I ain't gonna lie, it was moving a little petty on the comments. It was going
Yeah, bro.
Nah, plenty.
But I mean, that's what's been cool to watch. I mean, all the way from the Notorious B.I.G. stuff and all that kind of stuff has made it in the court documents. That's been pretty cool. The fact that you know, Jamar Creech is a battle rap fan and also a hip hop fan. So you know, that's even since he knows the whole, you know, he knows the whole story. That's why he's vigorously defending Norbes.
Well,
as I live and breathe.
I tell you this though. This is Norbes got his thing, what you said, I think tomorrow.
Yeah, 12:30.
Well, this is gonna be a developing thing, man. From Norbes' case and this RBE case. And it's crazy, man, because I don't know if I don't know if I said that in an actual show or it was a conversation, but I said this ain't the first. Once Norbes had a lawsuit, I said this ain't gonna be the first, the last. This ain't gonna be the last lawsuit, man. We got a lot of lawsuits about to come up, and this looked like
big money.
Because something's gotta set the precedent to what isn't, like, battle rap is not it's like it's an industry we're creating. So there is, man, this is gonna be set. They're gonna refer to things like this.
Precedent.
You know how when they use cases as reference, this is why I said this is the beginning of the industrialization of battle rap.
Yep, like I said, I'm old enough to remember when just rapping was something that didn't even occur on the radio. It just happened underground, you know. And I remember how old I was when I first heard Sugar Hill, you know, Sugar Hill Gang. But I also remember how old I was when I first heard the Flintstones doing some rap shit in a commercial, and I was like, damn it, son. Rap has come all the way to the point to where it's in pop culture now. You know what I'm saying? It's completely crossover when you got Hanna-Barbera's cartoons rapping now. That was crazy, right? And so when you watch battle rap and you see how its growth, I can see the same patterns. And now what you see is other people can see these patterns too. And they're all trying to get on the ground floor of this thing as it grows and to make the money off of it that they see that it can become. You know what I mean? And they're trying to grow it, but at the same time, they say that they're for the culture, but don't believe everything that they tell you, bro. They want to manipulate the best they can that salutes them. It's not about the culture at all.
Right. Well, it's gonna be interesting, man. This is gonna be an interesting
Coke versus
interesting
Pepsi.
thing coming up.
It's cutthroat, ring. Like you said, is all's fair in love and war, and business is definitely that. You know what I mean? The fact that some of these guys have gone from working to each other to, you know, and knowing each other, going to school together. You know what I mean? And being at odds with each other now. It's crazy. So it's gonna all play out. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Wave Gang Radio. Salute to everybody, man. As far as me, my next battle is Philly Hayes in 2 weeks. My last opponent, you know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm gonna kick his ass, I'm gonna fuck him up because I'm a better person in life than him. But that has nothing to do with that. But nah. But Philly, I know Philly for years, so this is gonna be a goodie because I know them for over 8 years. I respect him as a rapper, so this is gonna be a good one. Like this is one of those good ones. You know what I mean? So last week I had a no show at Trap NY. No Mercy, salute to No Mercy though. But we're gonna work on another battle coming up. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. After that, you know what I'm saying? I got ULB January, different battle. I got Diverse and this thing named Diverse. Like I said, man, we wilding out. You know what we doing. We working. We working. So it's good, EJ. What's up, man? When should we tell them the next show is, man? To tune back in tomorrow?
Y'all tune back in tomorrow, man. Subscribe to the channel tomorrow. We're gonna talk again. I'm gonna get into this performance agreement and talk about some particulars of it and talk about some outlying factors where I can see that, just from a layman, there are some things that you're missing in order to make this thing enforceable like you want it to be enforced. Like, to someone who might not know you, they might read that BS and think, okay, well, you know, at least I have a contract that says I get paid this much. I have a contract that says I don't get paid if this happens. That's good enough for me. But that's not necessary. That's not necessarily all of it. And you have to understand that you're a commodity. You know what I mean? And it's not just as simple as taking the money all the time. Sometimes you have to read what's in the fine print. And in this case, this shit ain't even in fine print. You know what I mean, y'all? Unless you're signing a different type of contract, maybe this 360 deal that they talk about, or maybe a multi-year battle rap deal or something that is to that effect. Maybe there's some different wording, but looking at this performance agreement, there's nothing in it that URL is going to be able to hold RBE's feet to the fire about whatsoever. Now with Daylight, I don't know. That's between them and Daylight. But as far as RB is concerned, this is some bullshit. This is some total bullshit. This is like you getting a job at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, and Burger King coming to say, well, hey, we had hired him back in the day to work there, and you have contractually interfered with us, our ability to now hire him at McDonald's. Like, man, fuck out of here. You got to take that up with him. But anyway, like I said, salute everybody for tuning in. What did you say? Wing said she got the footage.
Oh, word.
Also look for Jay Breed.
Definitely good
versus for sure.
Check that out. Check that out.
I'm gonna bring guests on in 2020. I would love to have. I mean, Miss VA, what is we doing here? This is what we doing? Is what we doing? Miss VA just setting up interviews in the comment section. I'm gonna block you, Miss VA.
Good job, salute though.
No, I'm just messing with. That's my girl for sure. She's a hardworking. She's a hardworking chick, and she's like, she be on the ground world doing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Like that she doesn't get credit for. She's helped do a lot of stuff. I know with my guys over there, Wavegang and Exclusive Battle League. You know what I mean? She put in a lot of work there. So salute to Miss VA on that.
Listen, let me tell you something. Miss VA don't only be this. Listen, she's very interactive in the entire culture. I see her in. She be in the Instagram. She be in everything. So yeah, salute to Miss VA and what she doing. Keep it up, yo. I definitely see the growth going. You know.
What did that say? You have to sign a non-compete contract. Yeah, it's like that old frosted flake ass contract is like they try to put a bunch of stuff in it, like, okay, there's a non-compete clause in it, and then there's a but at the same time you're an independent contractor and all this other kind of stuff. And so the wording is so general, and it's almost like I don't want to say legal Zoom because I haven't read a performance agreement on legal Zoom, but that nothing about that was complex to me. You know what I mean? So I'm saying anybody with any type of legal representation or a manager who could read contract law would tell you that there's a lot of stuff that simply URL can't hold RBE accountable for at all. Like I said, it's just a bullshit lawsuit. It's just a waste time. It's either to waste time as far as keeping some vital information as far as Norbes case going forward. Or like someone told me that a drowning man will grab the edge of a sword, and it seems like URL is doing whatever it can to try to stave off the fact that it's going to end up paying somebody a lot of money. But Monty,
You already know.
Yeah.
Get it to it. Here it go.
EJALWAYZ and Wavegang radio, we talking about. Man on the street, Mr. Polo, we rocking out. Co-star, pretty money, yeah, you know the money pretty. In the smoker and why, yeah, I heard he run the city. Gang, gang, you already know what the squad do. Blood and everything, 2020, what we into. You already know the name, Monty, King Jigger. Get your watts up, ask around, I'm a mean spitter. Go get a flow spitter, pinch hitter, rim spinner. DJ Ladybug is the plug, keep it low tenor. Back on my intros, you all know the info. Just call me Monty on everything tenfold. Wavegang radio, we talking about anything BRC, we gon' air it out. Wavegang radio, we shouting out. Anybody coming with the drama, we gon' clear it out. Wavegang radio, we talking about